We're looking at the concept of angle of friction. So angle of friction, I will explain it with a diagram. That's much easier over here. So we have a surface. You have an object. And gravity will pull it down. As a result, if this, if the surface is strong, it'll push it back. That's your normal force. Now I'll start pulling. Okay, I'll do this. I'll move things around. This is gravity pulling it down. And now it's me pushing it forward. But this entire thing is still at rest. So the maximum to which I am able to push it, and this is not a, this won't move, that value is your max, right? This we have seen. Now, if I redraw the angles, if I take up taking n and f of s of max, so if I redraw them, guys, this can be any measure. This is not a typical scenario. I just drawn random. So there will be a resulting force. So somewhere around here, this is your resulting force. Parallel law of vector addition. The angle made by the resulting force, right? So here the resulting force is n square plus f of s max and all of this. The angle over here, it's actually represented by pi. That's your angle of friction. Now let me read the text. Angle of friction has to do with the concept is related to objects that are on the verge of moving. And so we are looking at static friction itself. And we're looking at all of this, limiting friction and all of this, right? So limiting friction is what we're looking at. Okay, so let me mention that. So this has to do with it's your limiting friction. Okay, so that has to do with your limiting friction, and we are where we are here. So the concept is related to the object that are in the verge of moving. It's the angle made between the limiting friction and the normal measured from normal. So basically, angle of friction is the angle which the resultant, actually I missed it. This is wrong. Technically, this is wrong. So please ignore this. The angle of friction is the angle which the result of the limiting friction and the normal reaction makes with the normal reaction. This is better. This is, I don't know why I wrote this. This is wrong. Okay, so a bit of math and we are done. So from the diagram, what can you tell? I hope you guys have that diagram in your mind. From the figure, you have tan of 5. Tan has to do with opposite by adjacent. So opposite is what? Opposite is your Fs max and adjacent is your normal. Okay. And you have this particular ratio we have seen somewhere. That's nothing but yes, mu x is Fs max by n. Therefore, tan of phi helps us in understanding mu x. So if you have to figure out mu x, this in turn helps us to understand friction between two surfaces. So if you want to figure out mu x, you can make use of this concept. Okay, that's it. So you can measure, you can figure out the angle and all of that and come to that point. So that is your math. So technically, tan of your angle of friction is equal to coefficient of static friction. Okay, so if you are able to figure out angle of friction, you'll be able to figure out coefficient of static friction. From there, you'll be able to figure out your frictional force related to two objects. So that will lead to quite a few other applications. So that's the reason that we are studying over here. This is the reason. So this is the main heading. Just write the definition. Please ignore this. Just write the definition. And then you need to write this. And then the math.